Da, 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 da. Welcome, Relationship Reinvented.
You get the arrow off my face.
Yes, the arrow is off your
There
face.
it is. Well,
Hi.
hello.
Wow, we haven't done one of these in a long time.
In a long time. We started this.
The Ask Lois and Clark or Ask Lee and Sherry.
We were going to switch this. We were doing this as Ask Lois and Clark, and we have now come into our own identities. And yeah,
alter egos.
So yeah, I'm going to give you just a quick rundown. Yes, we are Lee and Sherry of the Twin Flame world. Relationship Reinvented is our business, and that's what we do. Somehow, some way, it got kind of meshed together. And the people who were trying to find us in everyday world, not 3D land, or not 5D land, were having issues with, I don't understand that. That's not what I want to do. So, we at Relationship Reinvented do so much more.
Yeah.
So much more than Twin Flame coaching or whatever. Quite a list of things that we do. We run our root camp program, parentless prevention.
Mm-hmm.
We do corporate webinars, seminars, and such. We run a dating site here in our, not site, but group here in our hometown, and are founding a speed dating service here in our city.
Fun times.
And we really do try to help and counsel singles who are having issues in the dating world, and they just can't seem to find the one. And there seems to be a lot of issues happening in the dating world. So yeah, we do that. We also obviously do our coaching certification program for life coaches, relationship coaches, and or spiritual coaching. You can opt to do that or not. We have coaches that do everything from dietary coaching to coaching parents with autistic children. We have coaches that are recovering alcoholics that would love to be able to coach in that genre. So many different types of coaches, and it's not all stuck in this one genre. So we have put a poll out there in our town, and in our singles group we did, and also in the singles group we also have a program where we counsel kids.
Yeah.
People who are married going through separation and divorce and such. So,
and we do career coaching.
Coaching, business coaching. So much.
Team building coaching. We do all kinds of different things. And I think that I like how vast it is.
Mm-hmm.
And, we do a lot of things. And we have put a lot of information out there as far as soul connections and the like. But we really have this other part to us that is part of, I think, who we are. And what we've been through and what we bring is that experience. But we also bring the truth about some of those experiences. We can, I think we listen at a greater level and we ask the right questions. So we had some questions for some videos, a video that's for Relationship Reinvented. So we thought we would
go ahead and start building this and send this out there. And by the way, we have highly certified coaches who are out there that can help with all these issues as well. So if you have any, in general, relationship issues and or life issues, anything, we have coaches out there who can help. So let's get started.
Yes.
So dear Lee and Sherry, why do I feel so jealous when my boyfriend goes out with the boys?
Oh. You got this?
It depends on the boys.
Okay.
It kind of really doesn't.
I guess the question would be in reverse as well. Does he have a problem when you go out? Because what you really want to see is that how much time that sometimes you can spend with one another. You also should be communicating at a deeper level about these kinds of things. If you don't have that communication and you feel like there's always something that you don't get to experience with your boyfriend, maybe it's time to open that door.
This is really showing a lack of trust.
which means you don't have any truth, which I kept pointing to in communication.
Yeah, this really shows a lack of trust.
Jealousy usually happens because you think that somebody is choosing something over you.
Over you, yeah.
And there is no such thing as over you. There's through you, and there's probably a part that doesn't ever come to you, but you need to make sure that you are, I guess it depends on how you communicate it, and you don't want to do it from confrontation, you want to do it from compassion. Because sometimes what you're saying the other person is doing is something that you're saying they can't do with you. And if it's something that they don't feel you're interested in, or you've shown no interest in, maybe it's time that you do. Food for thought.
Yes. Why, after a couple have been together for a while, does the honeymoon phase go away? Why do you let it?
There's the let word. I think what ends up happening is you start doing exactly what the mind has been trained to do. You make things more into a pattern of things that keep happening over and over again, and you never see that person as the person you first saw. So they start to kind of blend into what you think in your mind versus what you actually feel. So I would suggest, if you think that the honeymoon phase is gone away, stop thinking. Get more into your heart, because especially if you feel this way, it should be a discussion. You may, because you don't want to come in with I feel like you don't look at me the same way. I don't, and you don't feel that they don't look at you the same way. You think they don't look at you the same way. There's a difference, huge difference, because what you feel is hurt, and you're not expressing it.
Agreed. And a lot of times when you get comfortable with somebody, you take for granted that they know how you feel. You shouldn't have to hold their hand. You shouldn't have to kiss them. They should know you love them.
Yeah.
It's an assumption that is detrimental to a lot of relationships. I get butterflies when I pull up to the house if Lee's not with me. I still get butterflies knowing that he's in there and I get to see him in a few minutes, even if I just left. And we're married. But that should always be there. And if you feel that starting to die down or dwindle, do something to spark it back up. Do something to keep it alive.
Yeah, I think about how today I just
Yeah,
came over and it's like, come here. You're like, I think that's missing a lot because we don't express it and we don't experience it. We end up you start to view yourself differently. You think that there's something wrong with you. Now, that's also something you learned before you even got into this kind of relationship, partnership, whatever it is. That is something that needs to be talked about as well. Because when you start having this self-talk and you don't share it, it's doomed for any kind of relationship.
Don't stop holding hands.
No, don't. Or kissing.
And don't stop kissing.
Or looking at each other in the
dancing.
eyes. Yeah.
I love that.
It's very important. Because I think when you become in that pattern and you get in that behavior, that's what's going to happen. You're just going to coexist. And that's not what you want. That's never what you wanted. And then that's what could lead to other things. This one here, my boyfriend is married and keeps telling me he is going to leave, but something always comes up and it gets postponed. I keep getting disappointed. What should I do? Did you say my boyfriend is married? Wait.
That's what it said.
You mean the man you're seeing is married and keeps telling you that he's going to leave. So let me make sure I got this right. You're told that the person is going to leave. And they've said this to you numerous times. Is there a point where you have to start manipulating yourself to keep believing in what they're saying? If you're manipulating yourself, then you have to stop the lie with you first.
I'm going to get all the way real.
Yes.
Stop being a side chick. Find your self-worth. Let him go. Find the one who will put you first. Find the one who chooses you first. Find the one who loves you only and unconditionally. Find the one who doesn't treat you like a mistress or a side trick. Stop listening to the lies. Stop believing the lies. He isn't going to leave, and tell him not to contact you until he does. Next question.
Well, the one that you can find that will do all that is you.
Yeah.
So, yes, next question. Oh, ooh, no, you read that
I
one.
got this.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Oh my. My best friend's fiance is helping my friend and I plan their wedding. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been so romantic and sweet.
Hmm.
I was out to lunch with my sister and I saw him passionately kissing another woman. He came in the restaurant and introduced the girl as his cousin. When I said, "Oh, nice to meet you. Will you be at the wedding?" She says, "What wedding?" And he rushes her off to go sit at a table in the back of the restaurant. What do I do? I am an advocate of the truth. I preach it. I live it daily.
Hmm.
Before this wedding happens, before this girl gets hurt more deeply than she's already going to be hurt, before legal papers get involved, tell your friend the truth.
I'm more in your face about this particular thing. I think that it's probably best that you go to the back of the restaurant and say something to him. Get in touch with him if you're not in that same position in that moment, and you need to ask him who's going to tell her, me or you, because what ends up happening is the person who's going to go tell is also the person who could also be looked at and be excused for something else. So what you want to present to him is, do you need my help in telling her? Do you need me to be there with you when you tell her? Because I want to make sure that nothing gets misunderstood, that you're sleeping with your cousin. And,
Wait a minute.
if you're going to be coming in this family, you need to know all the other relatives.
Chances are, come on now, use some common sense. That's not his cousin. It's not his cousin.
He's not a liar. So
the general consensus is the woman needs to know the truth.
I'm just saying.
Whether you tell her the truth or he tells her the truth, with you present.
Either way,
it's going to have the truth. She's going to need to know the truth before the wedding.
Yes. That he likes to kiss his cousin.
Will you stop with that? You know that's not his cousin.
We don't know that. What if it turns out to be his cousin?
Well, it could be. Whatever, he's a creep.
I'm just saying, if nothing else, at least go and have a conversation, because somebody's going to get hurt, and you want to be there as support for both. Trying to choose a side or trying to say that what you did. See, now you come into the he said, she said,
okay,
and it's you and your sister. And if you and your sister want to approach this, then that's great. But
so what if he says, "This is none of your business. Get out of my face."
Then say, "Okay, it's none of my business. I'll go talk to her about it myself."
I have to go talk to my best friend.
Yes, I'll have to go talk to her myself then. Yeah. And at least then you gave him an opportunity to come clean. Because the last thing you want to do, especially in this particular case, is be the he said, she said. You want to at least let him know this is the events as they're going to occur. Would you like to be a part of it, or would you like to be on the outside of it?
I'm pretty sure he's going to want to be on the outside.
Well, sometimes when you get somebody to have to stand on the truth, it's a lot easier with support than it is when you're going to keep a lie.
The answer is your best friend needs to know the truth.
Yeah, but don't get emotionally involved.
Be there for your friend, however.
Without being emotionally involved. Because sometimes it's almost like you're creating like this lynch mob, and this is very critical because you're 2 weeks before the wedding.
And did I read that?
Yeah,
it did say it was 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't think you finished.
I just didn't finish the question. Yeah. Off to a table in the back. What do I do? The wedding is in 2 weeks.
Yes.
So here's the thing. The best thing to do is exactly what Lee said, and don't create a "we hate John Doe" campaign.
Because there could be kids involved. There could be all kinds of things. We don't know that.
We don't know. Yeah, we don't know the details. It didn't matter if there were no kids involved. What matters is you're compassionate, non-judgmental.
That's going to be the hard one.
And we don't want to go to our friend and say, so and so's a bastard. He's a piece of shit. He's either sleeping with his cousin or with a girlfriend who he claims to be the cousin. Whatever it is, you know, they could be into that. Who knows? But the fact of the matter is, don't go in and create a fire of hate for this guy, simply because they are going to have to talk.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have to talk. And having her be so heated and in hate mode, she's not going to be able to listen to anything that he has to say because she's so full of hate.
Yeah.
And maybe he kisses his cousin passionately. And we don't know. We assume it's not his cousin and he's a jerk. But, ooh, that was judgmental. But, okay, jerk's not bad. We just don't want to go in fueling a fire that's already going to be sparked in her. And she's going to have a lot of hurt and disappointment and pain. And pain brings out the hate. And pain brings out the hard and harsh words that she's going to want to use. You don't need to give her those ideas. She already has them. Your job, literally your job, is to stay in peace, tell her the truth, be there for her to cry on, while she's there with her head on your chest and you're patting her head. Don't be saying, I know, he's an asshole. He's just a complete creep. Let's not do that, right?
Right.
You know, he's acting like a jerk. Okay, he might be acting like a jerk. Mm-hmm. But let's not go in with the freaking United States Army and plan your next attack. Right. Let's not vandalize his vehicle. Let's not vandalize his home. Let's not put a banner out in the front yard.
Those all sound like fun ideas, but let's not.
Right. Do that. That's not a great idea because inevitably your best friend is in love with this guy. So let's keep it classy and keep it peaceful. Make sure your friend knows the truth. Give him an opportunity to come with you to tell her the truth. But do not let this woman marry this guy.
Don't text the information. Don't do it over the phone. You got to do it in face-to-face.
Yeah. Because
you never know how things are going to end up, and you don't want to be on that end. So you want to handle this with extreme care.
Mm-hmm. And there it is.
Yes. So if you have more relationship questions for us,
or please, life questions,
yes, we'll be doing a whole segment of these. So hopefully they will help you through. If there's something that's very unique, we're here.
We have literally dealt with it all. We literally, there's probably not anything you can ask us that we have not heard.
Yes.
And I'm thinking about it, and there's not
much.
No, we've heard it all. Non-judgmental. You're not going to get judged here. But we are going to give you the cold, hard truth as we know it. We're always going to guide you into your truth.
As you know it.
As you know it. And honesty is my mantra. So, and it is because it didn't used to be. Mm. So, as a reformed liar, honesty is my mantra, and I'm going to give you the clear, honest answer as we know it. So, don't let your friend marry this guy unless she wants to after the fact. So, or don't let her go through
just
with
make
this
sure she has the truth
without
so she
knowing.
Can decide for herself. Yes.
I mean, it's going to be hurtful, but she'll thank you later.
The truth sets you free.
Believe it or not, it does, and it may not be immediate.
No,
it may not be immediate. But eventually it will.
That is the truth.
Mm-hmm. We love you all. Thank you for watching.
And
throw some more questions out under this video. We'll be happy to answer them.
Yes.